wound up with an extenuation of their big major problems. Before it was over, it was everywhere. We even got knocked off the air at ringside, and you're going to get to see this excitement coming up later as Championship Sports joins you from Fort Worth. Hi, everybody. Mark Levant saying hello from ringside, as tonight it's 2 hours of the world-class wrestling here on Channel 11. We've got real excitement tonight. Fritz von Erich. As promised, as we told you last week, he has a special word for the fabulous Freebirds. He's not a happy man. He'll be out after our first match tonight, and the first match is really a beauty. Lance von Erich defends his television belt tonight against the former champion, Freebird Buddy Roberts, who is still feeling very betrayed about what happened. He doesn't have much sympathy from the fans, though. You'll remember he told us he had to go west and then didn't, abusing the privilege of the new substitution clause in that television title bout. So there's a lot of emotion and a lot of excitement into the action here at Will Rogers tonight. I'm glad you're with us. The music is playing for the arrival of our wrestlers. I'm going to step over to ringside, and we'll widen out and pick up the action. Land Street plays for Buddy Roberts, as Buddy will be out to challenge Lance von Erich for this TV title tonight. We were shocked when Buddy Roberts told us that he wouldn't be here that week and that Gordy would take his place. Then that week when Gordy was in the midst of the bout, Roberts showed up out here at ringside and interfered in the match, but the interference backfired and Lance wound up winning. Here comes Buddy Roberts up the aisle. The glitter sparkling through the darkness. There's Buddy. Fritz von Erich with us tonight as promised. He'll be out immediately following this match. There's Buddy. And he's given the greeting by the fans that is so familiar to him. Ralph Pulley will be officiating this bout. Ralph in his second week with us here in Fort Worth, as the fans now begin to voice their approval for the arrival of the defending champion. There he is, Lance von Erich. As he comes to the ring, let me throw thanks to Joe Ranella.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, youngsters too, and welcome to Championship Sports. Tonight's world-class wrestling, coming to you from the beautiful Will Rogers Coliseum, right here in Fort Worth, Texas, where the West begins. You only need that. Beat the television champion. The purse tonight, $3,000. 245 pounds from Bad Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Freebird, Buddy Roberts, the challenger. And at 247 pounds from Dallas, Texas, the television champion, the incomparable Lance von Erich. Our Ralph Pulley referee.
All right, Joe Ranelli doing the honors to open things up as Ralph Pulley reminds Buddy Roberts of the ground rules. And we're ready to get started. I'm excited about the action tonight. We've got a tag team television main event. We'll be talking to you folks in Tyler in East Texas. Another fabulous card coming there. Lake Worth, Shawnee, Oklahoma. Nacogdoches, Terrell, Okmulgee, Oklahoma. And Denton. And we'll also have news about Texas Stadium, the third annual David Von Erich Memorial Parade of Champions, world-class championship wrestling. The bell has sounded and we're underway. One fall, 15-minute time limit for the TV title. $3,000 as Lance defends his prestigious television title. You know, anybody's name can come up in this, and everybody's putting their name in now that the substitution clause is in place. Part of the reason it's so prestigious is the exposure that Channel 11 has. Lance von Erich in the ropes now. Now it's Buddy Roberts bent around. They turn back and forth until Roberts is finally pinned in the corner. Ralph Pulley counts them out, and the two break free. Not without thoughts, though, of a little more. Anyway, talking about the exposure of Channel 11, I got a letter tonight when I arrived at the building that could come to Channel 11 from Newfoundland. That, of course, is one of the provinces in Canada, the St. John's area. So not only is Channel 11 seen in the U.S., but all over North America. Lance Von Erich chases Buddy Roberts out of the corner there after the fisticuffs in the corner. Here's the referee's now. Actually, a side headlock. Looked as if they were going to go into the stance, but no, Buddy turned him and locked him up from the side. Buddy Roberts hollering at the fans as he locks Lance up. Buddy on to the ropes, returns with a shoulder butt. Far side, back, leapfrog by Lance. He comes across with the arm hooks across the hip. And Buddy Roberts bails out to the floor. How do you like that? Lance Von Erich really cranked it up. Buddy Roberts bails out to the floor. As I promised, I'll be talking to you about the Parade of Champions card at Texas Stadium. There's Lance urging Buddy to get back in. You know, each and every year, a percentage of the gate receipts go to benefit a worthy cause, a selected charity here in North Texas. During the last 2 years, over $100,000 has gone to these charities. I want to follow up on this a little bit later on. Let's watch Buddy Roberts step back through the ropes now as his challenge of Lance Von Erich continues. Stan Hovater is with us tonight at ringside, along with Joe Ranelli. You saw just a glimpse of Bruiser Brody and Terry Gordy from last week. Absolute madness. Lance Von Erich bars the arm now. You know, that was an alarming situation, not only for the fans, but those of us here with television. Down comes Lance on the arm again, and Buddy Roberts is in obvious pain. Lance Von Erich in charge. During that Brody-Gordy altercation, at one time they came over here and got tangled up in the wires and completely knocked us off the air. You'll be able to see that for yourself coming up later tonight. Lance Von Erich is not a very happy man these days. He's asked for the time tonight. And he'll be out to chat with us immediately following this bout. Roberts, watch the count here, and use the top of his foot to turn him over. That is a very sharp and difficult move. Now Pulley with a count of 2 again before Roberts sits up. Lance still holding on. He's got that wrist and hand locked up. Pulling on the arm, pushing with the feet. Roberts trying to hang in there.
5 minutes.
Talking about those proceeds from the Parade of Champions going to a charity. The Von Erichs match. The Von Erich family matches. Lance still in charge as Roberts goes over for 2. The Von Erich family matches the gate receipt percentage with their own money to double the gate receipt amount in order for that charity to really, really benefit. What a great thing that is for professional sports, for wrestling, and for the charity. Lance Von Erich with intensity in his eyes. Pulls and pushes on fabulous Freebird Buddy Roberts. Roberts feels like that World Class owes him $10,000. They claim that he claims that whatever happened 3 weeks ago should not have. The fans think otherwise. Here's a count, only of 2. Lance Von Erich. Hey, Buddy Roberts, I just looked up at the monitor. I was looking at my notes. He had leverage from the ropes there, and that's what the fans were hollering about, and Ralph Pulley saw it. Roberts, I don't know if you can hear this over the air or not, but from my vantage point, you can really hear him moaning with pain. There, I know you can, because I can over the headset. Have news tonight regarding the World Heavyweight Championship balloting for the challenger. Look at that boot right across the eyes. And that allows Buddy Roberts to bend it back, and he's got that toe right in the teeth. Buddy Roberts biting on the toe. Roberts returns, and Lance takes him over the hip. Lance Von Erich wants to hold on to this title as long as he can, and he doesn't want this former champion to get it. But don't sell Buddy Roberts short. He's experienced. He's had this belt before. Remember how he defended it. It rarely was ever a clean 1-2-3. There was always some controversy surrounded with it one way or the other. And you've got to give Roberts credit, and he'll be a tough man to beat tonight. The arm barred now. Lance still in charge. Roberts grabbing at tights. Ralph Pulley wants to count him off. Lance in the ropes now. And Roberts is being very reluctant and leaves with a drive to the ribcage. Elbow to the back of the neck. Fritz Von Erich will be out to talk about Buddy Roberts and the other Freebirds in just a few minutes. Lance with a kick. Buddy bending Lance back. Trying to turn him over. Lance about halfway there. And now the tables are turned and the crowd roars. Lance in charge here. Roberts in trouble. Lance Von Erich here, still in charge on Freebird Buddy Roberts. Our first bout tonight, just the beginning of 2 hours of excitement. Buddy Roberts down on his knees. Now Pulley checking for the submission possibility.
10 minutes, 5 minutes remaining.
Only 5 minutes of time remaining. A time limit draw will give Lance the belt for another week. Roberts has inched his way over to the ropes, and Lance Von Erich will be counted off, and Buddy Roberts delivers one to the face. Tempers may be flaring between these two stars. Well, Pulley having difficulty with both men here. That's emotion. Roberts from behind with the elbow. Buddy now getting things cranked up. Fans chanting for Lance. elbow by Roberts. Turns him over. Could be. Might be. No. Only 2. About 2.5, actually. Time is ticking. One, 2. Lance a little bit groggy. Roberts forces him back to the near ropes, throws him to the back, returns. It's a bear hug by Buddy Roberts. Roberts has Lance tied up in the bear hug. Lance now in the submission situation.
3 minutes, only 3 minutes remaining.
Here the 3-minute call by Joe Ranelli as Lance Von Erich tries to hang in there in this bear hug by Buddy Roberts. Lance turns himself over and pulls Roberts over the hip. Great composure shown there by Lance. Roberts with a drive. Roberts turns him, drops him, covers him. Count of just 2. Many of the fans breathe a sigh of relief, those that root for Lance. Look out! Buddy Roberts throws Lance Von Erich out here to the table. He's now out on the cement floor.
Only 2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Joe and Stan vacating the premises at ringside. Lance is able to get up with a program hanging to his body. And moves back toward the ring where Roberts is waiting. Less than 2 minutes remaining. Buddy throws him over here in front of me. Charges, and Lance is out of the way. Buddy Roberts goes all the way to the post. Lance cranked up now. Throws Roberts. Roberts returns. Is thrown over with a backdrop. In the corner, a drive by Lance.
Only 1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining. 60 seconds.
60 seconds remaining. Lance thrown, ducks under the clothesline, ducks under the elbow, comes across, takes him over. 2, 3. Lance Von Erich has defended the television belt.
And the winner, and still the television champion, Lance Von Erich.
Lance Von Erich very, very excited, as the champion should be. Buddy Roberts chased him around and is now complaining to Buddy Roberts. Lance Von Erich congratulates the fans. Now wait a minute, let's stay right here. What is happening? Buddy will not let Ralph Pulley leave the ring, and Ralph Pulley is mad, and I hate to see this for a young referee. Buddy will not let Ralph leave the ring. What is wrong with him? Buddy Roberts acts like he's got a screw loose or something. Ralph Pulley will now try to leave the ring, and Buddy Roberts is still raising Cain in the ring. And now Buddy Roberts, like I say, acts like something's wrong with him. Roberts just acts like a nut. There goes Buddy. Buddy Roberts leaves now. We're going to pause here and take a... No, wait. Don't stop the tape. I want to see what's going on back there. Buddy is still complaining to Ralph Pulley. Now he's shoving and grabbing again, and Ralph is mad, trying to be a professional. Wait, there's Fritz Von Erich. Fritz Von Erich, who was on his way to the ring, for the interview comes by Buddy Roberts and nailed him with a right. There comes Fritz up the aisle on his way out to the ring. He let Roberts have one. Let me get up to greet Fritz. I saw what happened back here. Is everybody all right?
What happened? Didn't see a thing.
So you're just fine, ready to talk to us then on this time you requested?
And I'm just getting started.
Well, Fritz is ready. As I said, not a happy man. We saw what happened, but let's go on with business. You requested this time. I understand you're pretty upset.
I can't imagine why I would be. Can you?
Have an idea.
All right, let me tell you something. I want those half-wits, those birds that get around that TV back there. You better be there now because I got a message for you.
Turn it up!
If you think I'm going to stand by and do nothing and stay on that ranch down there of mine and let the things happen here that have happened recently, then you better have your head examined. Now just let me tell you this. My son Mike, who just is almost recovered but not fully, my 16-year-old Chris comes in this ring, and Michael Hayes and Buddy Roberts choose that particular time to try to hurt both of them. And I'm down in East Texas where I can't do a thing about it, but I'm here now. Now I got some news. I'll talk to matchmaker Ed Wood. There's going to be a few changes in that Texas Stadium card. In that six-man world title, it's going to be lumberjack style.
That is news. Big news.
There was to be 12 lumberjacks around that ring. It was that each one of these lumberjacks would have a strap like this, and every time anybody's thrown out of that ring or tries to get out, they'll literally strap back in. And I want you to know it's my idea.
I don't know that I've ever heard or seen that.
All right, the next thing is it's no longer 12 lumberjacks, it's 14. Myself and my son Mike have been at it.
You and Mike added lumberjacks, and you can hear the response. That is exciting.
All right, now listen. Get this. My boys, all of them, will have direct instructions from me
Freebirds when you need
that
them.
every time there's an opportunity to throw one of the birds out, preferably Michael Hayes, to me. And if this belt isn't good enough for him, and this belt, by the way, I'll raise those balls of mine with. There was many a trip to the woodshed. Michael Hayes missed the right piece shed treatments before. So now, when it comes, I will be more than ready, and I'm going to teach that boy some things he should have learned a long time ago.
Excuse me, Fritz, I want to stop this if there's anything at all that I can do. Come on, guys, give us a break here, please. We've had enough trouble the last few weeks.
I'm going to give you what you've been deserving a long time, buddy.
I wish this wouldn't happen. If you could just stay there. Erich pulled Buddy Roberts down. As Michael Hayes asked Buddy Roberts to come in and help him, Lance snuck up the aisle and pulled him back. And that left Hayes to be nailed.
Michael Hayes, that's only the beginning, pal. just the beginning. You're gonna pay.
Well, the Freebirds head the other way. Like I say, Michael Hayes thought he had Roberts behind him, but Lance came up the aisle here, pulled him down, and that left Hayes all to Fritz. They're the one, Erich's big news that we'll want to talk about, and we'll be back for more from Will Rogers in just a moment.